So welcome to the next session. In this session, we will discuss about what are the forces acting on the worm and how to calculate these forces acting on the worm gauge. Now we will see. So there are two components. One is the worm and another one is the worm gear or worm wheel. So always we are assumed that worm is the driving member and worm wheel is the driven member. So that only they told that you can see here, they told that, see here, it is assumed that the worm is the driving member and worm wheel is the driven member. Worm wheel is the driven member. Now on this worm or the worm gear, three type of forces is acting. One is the tangential component of the worm, another one is axial component of the worm, and the radial component of the worm. So here Ft is nothing but tangential force, Fa is nothing but axial force, Fr is nothing but radial force. Here one represents, these are the force acting on the worm. Always I told that for worm we are representing by 1 1 1. Similarly, Ft2, Fa2 and Fr2. So Ft2 is nothing but tangential force acting on the worm gear or worm wheel. Fa2 is the axial force acting on the worm wheel. Fr2 is the radial force acting on the worm wheel. So these are the forces acting on the worm wheel. Always the forces on the worm wheel is equal and opposite to the worm. Understood? So always what are the forces acting on the worm wheel? That is nothing but Ft2, Fa2 and Fr2. These three forces are equal and opposite to the forces acting on the worm. So these are the three different types of forces. One is tangential force, axial force and radial force acting on the worm and the worm wheel. So now you can see this figure. So here, so this is nothing but tangential force acting on the gear, and this is nothing but radial force in the vertical direction. Always the radial force is acting, and Fa is nothing but axial force. So and Ft is nothing but tangential force. Sure. So same thing. Here we are having some notation. Also, next we'll see what are the formulas to calculate the forces. So Ft1 is nothing but tangential force acting on the worm. It can be calculated by using this formula. Fa1 is nothing but axial force acting on the worm. By using this formula, we are going to calculate the axial force. Here Ft1 is nothing but tangential force. From this here we are going to substitute. Alpha is nothing but pressure angle and gamma is nothing but lead angle. Mu is nothing but coefficient of friction. Next, Fr1 is nothing but radial force acting on the worm. So these are the three formulas we are going to use to calculate the tangential force, axial force and radial force acting on the worm. Same thing, we are having another formulas, that is forces acting on the worm wheel. So Ft2 is the tangential force acting on the worm wheel, that is equal to Fa1. Fa2 is equal to the axial force acting on the worm wheel, that is equal to Ft1. Fr2 is equal to radial force acting on the worm wheel, that is equal to Fr1. So already I told that the forces acting on the worm wheel is equal and opposite to the forces acting on the worm. So therefore, so these are the formulas we are going to use to calculate the forces on worm and the worm wheel. And sure. So here again we will see some of the notations where Mt is nothing but torque on the worm, R1 is the radius of the worm, alpha is equal to pressure angle, D1 is the pitch circle diameter of the worm, D2 is the pitch circle diameter of the worm wheel, M is the module, Q is equal to diametrical quotient that can be calculated by using the formula D1 by M, and Z1 is the number of starts on the worm, already you know. Z2 is the number of teeth on the worm wheel, and gamma is the lead angle that can be calculated by using these formulas. and where Pz is equal to lead, that is equal to number of starts into pitch, and alpha you know coefficient of friction, and designation of worm is always represented by first term is nothing but Z1, second term is nothing but Z2, third term is nothing but Q, and fourth term is nothing but M module. And sure, so these are the notations and these are the formulas we are going to use to calculate the forces acting on both worm and the worm wheel. Now we'll start with the first problem. See, they told that a pair of worm and the worm wheel is designated as 3 bar 10 bar 10 bar 6. Full stop. The worm is transmitting 2.5 kilowatt power at 1440 RPM to the worm wheel. Full stop. The coefficient of friction is 0.1 and the normal pressure angle is 20 degree. Full stop. Determine the components of gear tooth forces acting on the worm and the worm wheel. So here, if you see the question, see they told that a pair of worm and the worm wheel is designated. So they told that the combination of worm and the worm wheel is designated as 3 bar 60 bar 10 bar 6. Already see in the formulas I told that in the notations, designation of worm always first term is Z1, second term is Z2, third term is Q, fourth term is M. So therefore here 3 is nothing but Z1, number of starts on the worm you can see given data, Z1 is equal to 3, 60 is nothing but Z2 second term, number of teeth on the worm wheel, Z2 is equal to 6, third term is nothing but Q, that is diametrical quotient is equal to 10, and fourth term is nothing but module M is equal to 6. Next they told that, see, the worm is transmitting 2.5 kilowatt power at 1440 RPM to the worm wheel. Here already we discussed that here worm is the driver, worm wheel is the driven. Therefore, the power is transmitting from worm to the worm wheel. That is nothing but power is 2.5 kilowatt. Therefore, capital N is equal to 2.5 and the worm is rotating at a speed of 1440 RPM. Therefore, N1 is equal to 1440 RPM. Next, they told that the coefficient of friction is 0.1, that is mu is equal to 0.1 and pressure angle alpha is equal to 20 degree. Determine the component of gear tooth forces acting on the worm and the worm wheel. So now we are going to calculate the forces acting on the worm and the worm wheel. So we know that 3 forces. One is the tangential force, radial force and the axial force. So these are the given data. Now we are going to calculate the forces both on the worm and the worm wheel. Now we will see. So first we are going to calculate Q. So we know, so we have to calculate the diameters. So in the question they are not given the diameters of the worm and the worm wheel. So we are going to calculate the diameter by using the formula Q is equal to D1 by M. Q they given in the question, M they given in the question. So we are going to calculate D1. We'll get D1 is equal to 60 mm. That is nothing but pitch circle diameter of the worm. Then calculate R1. R1 is equal to radius. That is we'll get 30 mm. Next, calculate the torque on the worm shaft. So the formula to calculate torque, MT1 is equal to 60 into 10 to the power of 6 into N divided by 2 by N1. So we'll get torque is equal to 16578.64 Newton mm. So power they've given, N1 we know, we can able to calculate torque, MT1 on the worm. Since we are calculating torque on the worm, therefore it is represented by MT1. And calculate gamma, that is nothing but lead angle, tan inverse of Z1 by 2, we will get gamma. Next, tangent. Now, these are the basic things we require. One is diameter, pitch circle diameter of the worm, torque on the worm shaft, and gamma. These are the 3 things we require. Once you calculated these things, now we are going to calculate the forces. First, we will calculate the tangential force on the worm, that is nothing but Ft1 is equal to mt1 by r1. Substitute mt1, substitute r1, then we will get the tangential force 552.62 Newton. Next is nothing but axial force. Axial force on the worm is F is equal to Fa1 is equal to Ft1 into this formula. So here you have calculated Ft1 in the previous step, that is 552.62. Substitute here, substitute alpha they given in the question, that is 20. Substitute gamma, substitute mu, you know in the question they have given mu. Simplify, then we will get axial force is nothing but 1316.25 Newton. So this is the axial force. Next is nothing but radial force. Radial force Fr1 is equal to Ft1 into this formula. So here alpha n you know, gamma you know, substitute Ft1, simplify, then we will get the radial force Fr1, that is nothing but we will get 516.677 Newton. So these are the three forces we are going to calculate on the worm. One is the tangential force, one is the axial force, another one is the radial force. On the worm, same thing we are going to calculate on the worm wheel. The three component force acting on the worm wheel. So first tangential force directly we can calculate on the worm wheel. Ft2 is equal to Fa1. Fa2 is equal to Ft1. Already you have calculated these things. Fr2 is equal to Fr1. And sure, Ft2 is equal to Fa1.
Fa1.
Fa2 is equal to Ft1. Fr2 is equal to Fr1. So these are the formulas we are going to use to calculate on the worm. So these formulas you won't get in the data and book. You have to remember the formulas.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And sure. So in this way, we are going to calculate the forces acting on the worm and the worm wheel.
Worm wheel, sorry.